Sussex Sharks leapfrog Middlesex in the South Group of the NatWest T20 Blast after completing a comfortable 7-wicket win with 10 balls remaining in Hove. Batting first after being put in, Middlesex was soon rollicking along thanks to some wonderful hitting from Paul Stirling. He raced to 19 in just the opening 2 overs with some crunching shots for his in-form team. And with Matt Machan also putting bat to ball to very good effect, these two opened up with 33 runs off the first 14 deliveries of the match. Machan has been in terrific touch, but on this occasion he fell to T-Mal Mills, having made 11. Stirling didn't concern himself too much with the loss of his skipper though, and when Ajmal Shahzad replaced new one Kulasekaram, he was hit for 3 successive boundaries by the Irishman. Stirling looked in the form of his life as he raced to an incredible 50 off only 21 balls, 2 sixes and 8 fours being struck by him already in just the game's 5th over. A huge total was on the cards even when John Simpson was bowled by Kulasekaram in the last over of the power play, at the end of which the score read 71 for 2. The match was turned by Danny Briggs on and removing Stirling for a rampaging 52, Craig Kachopa cleaning up behind the stumps. That inevitably slowed Middlesex's progress down, and when James Franklin picked out Kulasekaram off Will Beer after making 5, the visitors had to settle for a score of 92 for 4 from the first 10 overs of this contest. George Bailey has come in to replace Brendan McCullum, but he could only make 16 on his Middlesex debut, his innings being ended by Beer. Nick Gubbins, fresh from his career-changing double 100 in the Championship in the week, again looked in fine fettle, but when Briggs picked him off for 32 in his last over, Phil Salt with the catch, Middlesex were on the slide. Even more so when, next ball, Ryan Higgins gave Briggs his 3rd wicket, the former England spinner finishing with figures of 3 for 24 from his 4 overs. Nathan Souter was then bowled by Shahzad. Toby Rowland-Jones was held by Matt Machan off Mills for 5, and Harry Podmore nicked Kulasekaram behind, meaning that Middlesex were all out in the 18th over for 146, their last 5 wickets falling for just 16 runs. So the Sharks knew that that was a very gettable target, and they were soon well on their way as Chris Nash took on James Fuller, a man who cannot have very fond memories of this ground, one where he once conceded 38 runs in a single over when with Gloucestershire. So he and all of his teammates would have been thrilled to see the back of Nash for 18, Sussex making 25 for 1 from the first 3 overs of their reply. By the end of the 6 overs of power play, that had become 55 for 1 and only 92 more were needed. Both Luke Wright and Salt were starting to enjoy themselves, and already the only way back was for Middlesex to take a bundle of quick wickets. They got one, Souter celebrating with his first ball as Salt picked out Podmore to fall for 27. And they got another in the next over, Wright on 23 nicking off to Podmore, a wicket which left the Sharks on 73 for 3 in the 9th over. But in truth, there was too much time left for the hosts, Machan and Ross Taylor taking their side home with ease, Machan ending on 41 and Taylor easing to 33. It meant a home win by 7 wickets, the Sharks' 4th success from 9, which has them on 10 points in 3rd place in the South Group. Middlesex have 1 point fewer, but have also only played 8 times and sit in 4th. Up next for them is a game in Richmond on Friday against Glamorgan, while the Sharks head to Cardiff to meet the same opposition on the previous evening.